Hey garden friends, how's it going? So today I'm making a little arrangement in this round pot. Look at this. Oh man, it's like apple green. And I'll get it a little closer, and it's terracotta. It's glazed terracotta, my favorite. Oh my gosh, check it out. Look at that pattern. Is it gonna catch it? Ooh, it kind of reminds me of poison or slime. And I love that the rim is also that lime green apple color, apple lime green color. Ooh, look at that. It's drippy right there. I just love that design. I love it. Is it like dipped or something? Who knows? I wish I knew how to make these. So it's beautiful. It's super beautiful because it's black and then it's got that lime green color. So the contrast is awesome. Look at it. Oh, I'm really gonna love working with this lime green rim here. So it's time for our succulents, and I'll show you what I got. I got here an Echeveria Agavoides. Look at it. So beautiful. And it's kind of got that same green to it. You see how it grows upright like that, like a lotus? Oh, and those tips are nicely stressed. They're nice and red. So you got that contrast with the green and the red color. And it's a perfect little rosette. Love it. Echeveria Agavoides. And there's plenty of varieties of this one right here. Okay, moving on. This is a Crassula Congesta. Look at it. So as you can see, I'm really emphasizing on the lime green color. And this is Crassula Congesta. They remind me of jelly beans. They're fuzzy, super petable. Look at that. I only have one cluster, so I gotta use it right. Oh, I love it. Crassula Congesta. I've got another Crassula. This is Baby's Necklace. Look at it. They look like little worms, don't they? So cute. Thought they would look really nice in this little arrangement as a filler. Look at their little faces. Oh no. So cute. Crassula Baby's Necklace. This is a little weirdo. This is Fenestraria, I believe, and also known as baby toes. Little alien plant, for sure. South African plant from the desert out there. Oh my gosh, look at that. So it's like that, like minty green, light green, and it's got little windows on the top of their leaves. So maybe if I like wipe the little farina off, you can see the little windows, but not really. Usually the little windows are a little more see-through. It's so beautiful. There's a ton of new growth. So all of these little ones that you see around, those are all like new little babies. So they grow in clusters, as you can see. I just can't get enough. If you don't have a baby toes in your succulent garden, ooh, you know where to get them. Sucky Crafts, we got them. So beautiful. To add a trailing effect to this little arrangement, I got Senecio or Curio, String of Tears. Got a cute little cluster. So healthy, so green. Love them. And the star of the show. It's a little prickly one. This is Opuntia Monocantha. This is a variegated one. You can see if I get close enough. It's all variegated. So pretty. Look at that. And it's got tiny little spikes on it, so you got to be a little careful. And it's even blooming. You see that pink little spots there? Those are all tiny little itty bitty flowers. So see how it grows? It's super interesting how it grows, and it's super white from the underside right there. But it grows all these tiny little like pads, and they kind of grow narrow and long, and they're all very unique to one another because of the variegation. So they're all very different. Love, love, love it. And since it's that lime green color, I thought that I would incorporate it into this little pot. Okay, so now that I've showed you the succulents, it's time to plant it. Very excited about this. So what am I going to do? I'm going to fill this little container with succulent soil. And if you're curious to know about my succulent soil, it's regular potting soil with equal parts of perlite. Perlite or vermiculite, whatever you fancy, but it's going to do the same thing to your succulent soil. It's going to keep it porous, and that's what succulents like. Okay, so I'm going to start with the most difficult plant that I have and the tallest one, which is this variegated cactus. So the Opuntia. Going to do that well right over here in this corner there. I like to start always, I've noticed, on the left like corner. That's how I start it for some reason. And since it's not that like, this one isn't as sharp, I'm gonna grab it with confidence here, and I'm gonna dig that well a little deeper. So I place it already in the hole, and then I dig under it so it can just kind of like set itself in there. Okay, whoa. And it's pretty tall. I hope that it doesn't kind of have a weird angle here from the top at least. All right. So it fits in just nice, just like that, and I'm pushing it towards the rim as much as possible because I'm trying to fit a whole lot of succulents in this area here. I'm gonna add a little more soil. And you know what I'm gonna use? Instead of doing it with my hand, I found this little coffee-like spoon thing. I like it. And I'm gonna use that. Woo! Ooh, that's fun. Let me do that again. Oh yeah. It's all about those little random tools that I collect that really help me out. Okay, so that is just so cool. If you have one of these, bring it into the garden. Oh yeah. Okay, so here we go. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go for my Agavoides. And I'm gonna put that Agavoides right here in this corner. Make myself that well. And look at that. Look at that root system there. I'm gonna try to tuck them all in there. Get that really close to that cactus. And there's some roots that are kind of sticking out in the back. Make sure that your roots, when you're making arrangements, they're all in the soil, nice and buried under there. Because if they stay out and they're not buried in the soil, they're just gonna dry up. And the roots help the succulent stay healthy because it's with the roots that it absorbs the water and the nutrients that you give it. So that is very important. So now that I've got my little Agavoides there, I've got all this space here, and I've got some tall ones that I want to add, especially, I almost forgot about this baby toe. Baby toe should definitely kind of be in the middle, I think. They look really good in the center there because they're going to grow nice and tall. Nice and tall. So I'm going to make a pretty deep well there because they like to be nicely tucked in. And they look better anyways. These are mimicry plants. If you don't know anything about them, they're really cool. So what they do is they adapt to their environment and they kind of bury themselves sometimes you can just see the tops like that. So they protect themselves. By doing that, they protect themselves by looking like stones around them so that thirsty little animals won't eat them up. Isn't that cool? I read that about them and I was like, oh man, makes me love them even more. All right, I'm gonna tuck this little cluster, and I think that I need an even deeper well. All right, that's deep. All right, I'm gonna kind of push them all the way in there. Okay, anchor them down. There we go. And it's okay that they're kind of falling over because with the other succulents that I'm gonna put around them, they're gonna kind of stay still. So right in the center there, look how much texture that adds to the arrangement. So pretty, love them. Okay, and I'm gonna add a little more soil here. So as I shuffle the soil around, you see that I add a little more. And you don't have to do that. It's just kind of like how I do it. So now I've got these little green beans, the Crassula Congesta. And I'm gonna put them right over here. I think they'll look really cute right there. Make my well. Kind of put them together like so. Let's see. Kind of like this. Yeah, like that. All right. There we go. Just like that. How cute. Oh. Shuffle that soil around just to secure those roots, making sure that they're all in there. Even adding some more soil to the back right there. Okay. And it's okay if they kind of spill over the rim. Alrighty. And now for my Senecio, or for my Curio now. I think it's formerly known as Senecio, and now it's Curio. Like Senecio varieties are slowly turning into Curio varieties. Maybe they figured out that it wasn't a Senecio and that it was a Curio. And you know what? Look at all those roots. I'm not going to be able to fit all of them in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them. Just a little. I'm not going to cut all of them, but I'm going to make it a little easier for myself to fit them right in here. Okay? So right at the front there. I'm going to make my well. I'm going to kind of tuck them in just like so. I lost a little tear there. I saw it roll by. And I'm gonna kind of, with my knitting needle, I love this tool. I don't know what I would do without it. I'm gonna tuck the roots in. I kind of like press them down very gently with the tip there. You see how this one's kind of poking out? I poke it right back in, just like that. It makes it really easy. So shuffle that soil back in, anchor them down. Ooh, and that's good. That worked out. Usually it's a little harder for me to adjust or to plant trailing varieties. So just like that, right there. And now I'm gonna go for the baby's necklace right over here. So it's kind of like a cluster. So I'm gonna add 3 here and then another 2 in the back, or actually opposite. 3 in the back, 2 in the front. Making my well, and those 3, I'm gonna put them right here, and I'm gonna like kind of press them down with my knitting needle. Press them down. Good, good. Shuffle some of that soil around so they can anchor down, just like that. Maybe add a little more for my other little cluster there, even though some soil is gonna escape because I'm gonna have that well again, or make a little well again, so they can be planted in. And I'm gonna grab those 2, put them right in there, press on them with my knitting needle, and they're gonna kind of like be like kind of untamed, just like that. Gives it a little character. Why not? You know what? I have another cluster. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these out as well. And I'm going to grab a container here where I can get all that soil out without making a mess. There we go. Because it looks a little like, odd, I must say. So I'm gonna add a little more. You can always add a little more succulents because they don't mind being all, you know, living in really tight quarters. Especially now, you can get away with that, especially now in the fall, because succulents, most succulents, I should say, are spring and summer growers. But, and they start to like grow a little slower through the fall and winter. So, if you squeeze them all in there, it's gonna be okay. Because they're gonna grow kind of slow anyways. It's in the spring and in the summer where you wanna give them, not cram them up too much and give them a little more space to grow, because they're actually like growing. That's their growing period. So the more space you give them, the more they can thrive. But hey, like I said, they really don't mind, because I do this all year round. Kind of cram them in there. All right, see, now that's a little better. A little more cluster. A bigger cluster of the baby's necklace. Oh, that is so cute. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna just, you know, clean up the rim here and kind of dust off my succulents. But I did a pretty good job. I didn't get all over the place. This was a pretty easygoing arrangement, I have to say. And usually it's the small ones that I have more trouble with, but not this one. So I'm very grateful for that it worked out, and it was kind of smooth sailing here, and I didn't get too frustrated. I'm gonna move this over, brush off that soil, make a little pile in the corner here. All right, I'm all done. Oh, this worked out really nice. It came out really nice. So I've got my height right here with this little cactus, and it adds a lot of texture since it's so unique, and it's variegated. Oh, and what happened here? My Senecio doesn't want to stay in. Why? Because I didn't put enough soil. So I'm gonna grab a little more soil here and tuck it in there. So it looks like it can use a little more soil. Tuck it in. There we go. So that's better. Now it's gonna have a better time staying in there, hopefully. Come on, just stay there. All right, dust that off. So picky about that. I like to work in like a clean surface. It's more calming for me. It's not as chaotic. All right, but like I said, this adds height, the cactus, and then all the little fillers that I have. I have one filler with the Congesta, another one with the baby's necklace, the spiller with the string of tears, and then I've got a lot of texture with the little baby toes right there, and of course that rosette. I mean, that can also be like a thriller right there. I think it looks really nice, especially the color of the pot. I hope that you enjoyed this arrangement, and if you see anything you'd like, we still have these available at suckycrafts.com. Thank you. Bye, garden friends.